When I was in high school, I had a friend group with a lot of girls in it, including one girl who had a twin brother. And this twin brother made me uncomfortable. Not so much that it was a problem at first, just like he sort of stared. It was just, he made me feel weird. And I didn't mention anything about it because it was her brother, whatever. Until one day in class, I was sitting next to him, and he decided to go, "Look how much tanner I am than you," and took his hand and grabbed my thigh and would not move his hand until I moved it and said, "Don't do that." So I briefly mentioned that this made me uncomfortable. Again, I was in early high school, so I was like, okay, he's just a boy. I didn't really bring it up until later. I saw him in a different class uncomfortably pushing against another girl, and I got confirmation from the girl later that he was in fact doing what I thought he was doing, and she was not okay with it and was uncomfortable with it. It was at that point that I started to be a little more open with my dislike about him. I wasn't openly going to this girl and being like, "You suck because your brother's creepy," but I wasn't being quiet about how I didn't like him. You know, I was saying he's creepy, I saw him do creepy things. This would be my mistake and would lead to the downfall of the entire friend group. Cut to a month or so later, we're at one of my friend's house for a birthday party. We're swimming in her pool. The day reaches its end, and everyone's kind of like, okay, I don't know that we're gonna do anything else. We'll text if we end up wanting to do something else, but we're all gonna go home. So I went home, all my other friends went home, except about 4 or 5 of them that stayed back to dress up all pretty and go on a boat ride together that they did not tell us about, that they were overtly lying about going on. When pictures were posted in this boat the next day, some of us were like, hey, why did you lie to us? Why did you kick us out of your house and then go on a boat? You know, why'd you do that? I was told by the twin sister that because I was talking bad about her twin brother for doing creepy things, I was ruining his chances at becoming president of the United States, and his family just could not have that. And so I was not allowed on the boat, and my 2 best friends were not allowed because they would have told me. Now, I didn't fight back enough against that back in the day, but I have some thoughts now. First and foremost, I have a twin brother. I think it's incredibly important to note that I have a twin brother, and if anybody ever came up to me and said, he's doing creepy things to women, especially in high school, I would have told my mommy, and then I would have told the principal, because I support women. I would like to also point out it's been 5 years, and one of us has graduated from college, and the other is a semi-professional trumpet player, last I heard. So I'm sorry if I did ruin his chances to become president.
Hey TikTok, don't matter how I look or how I sound, I don't feel good, but I'm coming on here with a message. Now, this message is strictly intended for my women, my ladies. We need to be more aware, okay? And let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. So I go to a gas station. I'm on my way to work, and I go to the gas station in a nice neighborhood. Now, usually me, I go and I stick with what I know. But I'm like, oh, I'm in a rush. I don't want to be late for work. Let me just go to this gas station and get me some snacks. So that's what I did. Boom. And I'm in a nice neighborhood, mind you. I'm in Munster, Indiana. I go in the gas station. It was a Citgo. I'm going to put the address in the description. Now, when I walk into the gas station, I notice that I'm the only one there. It's just me and then the man behind the counter. So I proceed to get my snacks, and I go to the register. Once I get to the register, he ring me up, and he like, okay, your total is $26.34, I believe it was, or something like that. So, okay, boom. All I had was cash on me, so I gave him $40. So my change was supposed to be like $13.97 or something like that, if I can recall. Mind you, this happened yesterday. And it took some time for me to like calm down and like realize and understand exactly what happened to me, to be able to talk about it and to make this video. But yeah. So like I was saying, so my total was like $13.97, something roughly around there. So he proceeds to put my money in the cash in the drawer, and he counted my money out, and he going real slow, right? He going slow. So already I'm like, okay, I gotta be to work. Like, come on, what are you doing? Like, you playing with me. But I didn't say nothing. I just let him count the money. So he counted the money, and he took it all out. And I was watching him because that's how slow he was going. I was able to count with him. So once he get the money out, he get my change back, even the change, the actual coins, he puts it on the counter. So I'm like, why you just didn't hand it to me with my receipt? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm like, now I'm on pins and needles. Like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Because it's not feeling right. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So then he was like, one moment, ma'am. So I'm like, okay, all right. Mind you, now I'm getting that gut feeling, that intuition. again, like I said, there's nobody else in the gas station. He proceeds to go behind him and go get a pack of menthols. Like, I didn't ask for cigarettes. Nobody else is in here. What you doing with these menthols? So then he goes and he proceeds to ring up the menthols, basically canceling out my order, right? Didn't give me no change, no receipt, no bag for my snacks, no nothing. He just canceled out the order and he rung up the menthols as if I asked for some cigarettes. So boom, now I'm like, yeah, nah, this ain't, I'm not feeling, like, nah, this ain't it for me, like, no. So then I'm looking around, I look behind me to the side and I'm like, that's okay, I don't want my change, because what are you doing? I grab my snacks off the counter, mind you, no bag, no nothing, no receipt, no change, I'm finna go. So I get all my stuff, I put some stuff in my pockets, I'm carrying the rest, and I proceeded to walk out. He said something, but at that moment, I'm not trying to hear nothing, I'm trying to go, like, you tweaking, like, what? I walk out the gas station, and I look to my left and my right. When I look to the right, I seen two more men, and they all Arabs, y'all. They walk in the store. They're walking in the store as I'm walking out the gas station. So once I seen them, I ran. I ran all the way to my car, okay? I ran. I locked my door. That's the first thing I do when I get in the car anyway, is I lock the door. But I locked my door. Once I locked my door, I looked back, okay? I looked and seen to see what was going on, right? Y'all, why were they all three walking up to my car? The dude from behind the register, and then the two dudes that was walking in the gas station as I was walking out. We're all walking up to my car. So I'm like, y'all, when I say I put that car, y'all, when I say I started my car so fast and sped off, like, in Munster, Indiana. And then, mind you, the dude who was behind the register, he had my change in his hand as if he was finna give me my change or something. But you was just stalling, ringing up menthols, doing all this other stuff. Like, if you really wanted to give me my change, you would have gave it to me while I was in the gas station. What was you taking so long for to give me my change? Talking about, hold on 1 second, ma'am, 1 second. Like, come on now. So, ladies, I said all of that to say, if you got that gut feeling, got that intuition, act on it. Because there's no telling how that could have been. I just don't feel like, me personally, if he was really going to give me my change, he would have just gave it to me. That's just how I feel. Like, you wouldn't have been stalling. But you could tell he was stalling. He was taking his time and looking at his phone and, like, bringing up menthols. It's like, what are you, and I'm the only one in the gas station, so what are you doing? Mind you, this happened at 5:30 p.m. in the evening yesterday. Like, I don't know. I was shooken up. Like, I'm still a little shooken up about it, but I've had time to process. I've had time to, do everything, take all the legal necessary steps that I needed to take. So I'm just coming on here to warn y'all, ladies, be safe. You can't even go to the gas station and get snacked.